It honestly feels like my skin is drinking this. Did I just make a big mistake? I get it now. I get why this is such a highly rated product. Watch me go to my next photo shoot and my face is just a complete mess. Welcome back, guys. My name is Angelin. If we've met before, thank you so much for all your love on my past videos. And if we haven't met before, thank you so much for joining me today. I've had such a long day. My kids were cranky. It's kind of gloomy outside. I had to work all day and I'm so ready to just wash my face and climb under a blanket. But I have an exciting video for you today. I have been influenced. I take my skincare very seriously. I am 37 years old. I have not had any Botox or filler or anything like that. So just trying to age naturally. And I am very diligent with my skincare. I know I post a lot about my skincare and in my shorts, and you'll see that I use the same skincare over and over and over. So when I find something I like, I do not veer from it. I do not get influenced easily. So even though new trends come and go, I stick to my skincare regime and I find my ride or die products and stock up on them. I decided to incorporate some Korean skincare products into my routine and I'm very nervous about it. I had to wait to film this video because I'm worried about how my skin might react to these products. If I have any breakout situations, any dryness, anything like that, I'm immediately gonna have to stop these and go back to my routine and hoping that I can clear up my skin. All right, so let's get into it. There's a lot of Korean skincare products out there, especially on social media. Once you look at one post, one influencer, then you get bombarded with all different types of K-beauty products. But there are a couple brands that have stood out to me that I decided to try. And I'm hoping I'm saying these right, but the first one I have is the Anua Heartleaf Pore Control Cleansing Oil. And I did buy this in a mild formula. This product has mixed reviews, which is why I purchased the mild product. I love to do a double cleanse, and my first cleanse is always a cleansing oil. I know I've gone back and forth between the e.l.f. cleansing balm, which is very inexpensive and I just purchase at my regular drugstore. But lately I have been using and loving this oil to milk cleanser from Coco Kind. Again, fairly inexpensive and I just purchased it at the Shoppers Drug Mart. My skin has been loving it. It does a really good job of taking off that first layer of residue, SPF makeup. But I wanted to give this Anua cleansing oil a try. I was influenced because online you may have seen as people rub it into their skin, it actually is supposed to release some of the sebum. Hypoallergenic, it dissolves all the impurities on our skin, including sunscreen, makeup, blackheads, whiteheads, anything that clogs your pore, all the stuff we don't love. It also soothes irritated skin and is suitable for sensitive and acne prone skin. I was too scared to get the regular version of this, so I did get the mild version, and I think this will be a good stepping stone into K-beauty products for me. So I'm going to start with that. And the second product I purchased is from Tier. I know you've heard of this brand, maybe you've used this brand. No, I don't have a toner in my routine. I haven't used a toner in many years. The women that use this toner, their skin looks amazing. It's supposed to brighten complexion, resulting in smooth and radiant skin, reminiscent of milk. Formulated with rice bran extract and niacinamide, working together to improve uneven skin tone. It also contains hyaluronic acid for hydration and chamomile extract for soothing. Very excited to incorporate this into my routine, especially as winter is coming in Calgary, Alberta, Canada, where I live. It starts to get very dry in the winter, so adding a hydrating product to my routine I think will be really beneficial. All right, so let's get into it. I definitely didn't want to go too crazy here and change every single one of my products. In fact, if you've watched some of my other videos, I talk a lot about how if you are going to venture into a new skincare product, to just do one at a time. That way you know if it's working or not. If you change all your products at once, it's tough to know which ones are working and which ones your skin are really vibing with. So I'm going to follow the directions here. Apply an appropriate amount of oil to dry hands and gently roll over the entire face, and then wash it off several times with lukewarm water. Cute little packaging here. So my hands are clean. Oh, it's a much runnier consistency than I thought. It's actually quite drippy. Ooh, okay. Here we go. Ooh, it has a nice smell. Nothing too perfumey. Kind of like tea tree oilish. Not as thick as a cleansing balm, but I do like the smell. I'm gonna do what all the influencers do and rub it in the spots that I do tend to have clogged pores. Hoping it's gentle on my eyes. I'm not wearing a ton of makeup today, but I generally don't wear a ton of makeup. Even if you don't wear a ton of makeup, you still should be double cleansing, getting all the SPF and impurities off your skin. Giving that a good rub in. Now I'm gonna add a bit of water just to emulsify it. I know it says that I should just be rinsing it off, but I usually emulsify my oil cleanser. There we go, and you can see it emulsifying. All right, let me rinse this off. It's rinsed off. I'm not sure how I feel about that. It definitely feels like it strips some of the moisture from my face. Like my fingers feel kind of gritty and my face feels really, really tight. I hate this feeling of my skin feeling really tight. Usually after a cleansing oil, I feel really moisturized, refreshed, kind of like oily in a way, but I do not feel that with this. I was loving the smell. I don't love the consistency because it is a little bit runny. I wonder if it, because I got the mild version, if this is the mild version, I'm wondering what the regular version's like, because yes, my skin does feel really stripped, but maybe it's a good thing. I'm just gonna go in for my second cleanse. And as always, going in, tried and true, La Roche-Posay. This is just the cleansing micellar forming water. This is what I always use for my second cleanse. Really gentle, no acids or anything like that, because I do use retinol in the evening. My face feels quite dry. Okay, I feel a little bit better after doing my double cleanse. My skin still does feel really tight. Feels really, really clean. I'll have to try this out when I'm wearing more a full face of makeup. I don't often have a full face of makeup unless I'm on a shoot. And I bet that this cleansing oil would be amazing for getting off makeup after a photo shoot. All right, let's do it. We're gonna go in with the milk toner. It says after cleansing, gently apply on appropriate amount on the face in the direction of skin texture. I'm not sure what it means by that, but I'm assuming you could use this with like a face firming tool if you needed to. So I'm gonna open this guy up. Online it says that you could apply multiple layers of this. Man, my skin feels so dry right now. Not loving that feeling. Oof, beautiful packaging. It is a glass bottle. You can use cotton pads, but I'm actually just gonna apply it just with my hands. Well, that's fun. I've never seen that before. I feel like I wanna keep this for traveling. I'm gonna pour a little bit in my hands. It says an appropriate amount. I don't know what appropriate amount is, so it's definitely a milky texture. Oh my gosh, are you kidding me? This feels so good. It doesn't really have a scent. I don't smell anything actually. Oh, that feels so nice on my skin. Oh, it says you can use it day and night, which I think will be so nice in the wintertime. Seriously though, my skin is just drinking this up. It's like pretty much absorbed already. Now, I think normally I would go in with other serums and my retinol. For tonight, I think I'm just going to put my moisturizer on top of this. The one I've been using and loving is the Coco Kind Resurrection Peptide Cream. This is a really thick, really inexpensive lotion. Wow, my skin feels so moisturized. It feels really, really good. Last but not least, I'm going in with this sample of the Clarins Hydro Essential Moisture Replenishing Lip Balm I got. Man, oh man, this stuff is so good. I'm waiting for a sale at the drugstore so that I can get a full size. All right, let's talk about this. I think I'm gonna continue using my Coco Kind Oil to Milk Cleanser. I just like the way that this doesn't strip any moisture from my skin. And I probably should have started this by saying I have very, very dry skin. If I'm not moisturizing twice a day and using mild cleansers, then I get dry patches all over my face, and that's actually how dry my skin is. And obviously it's summer now, so it's not as dry as it would be, but winter is coming and I need to prepare. The last thing I wanna do is introduce something into my skincare routine that is going to be drying out my skin. However, I am going to keep this around because you do get a very, very clean feeling after using this. And there's many times after a photo shoot, I'll tag one of my photo shoots here and you can see just how much makeup I'm wearing. I think I have to like triple cleanse, and you know, even in the shower, I end up having to clean my ears because they put foundation all down my ears and neck. So I think this would be so great for removing all of that buildup. However, for daily use, I don't think it's gonna work well for me because it is a very drying feeling. It's stripping all the moisture from my skin. So I don't wanna be doing that every night. And I like the consistency of this one better. Anyways, it's a little bit thicker, as you can see. It's not like that runny, like I wouldn't even call this an oil, to be honest. You can see it's like quite liquidy. Let me tell you, this Tear Milk Skin Toner, amazing. If you have dry skin, I highly recommend this. I can't even describe the feeling of putting it on your skin. Like, I've used a toner before to balance the pH of my skin, but this is the first milk toner I've ever used, and the way my skin just drank this, oh my gosh, it is so good. I feel like I could just put on layer after layer after layer, and I'm so excited to continue using this day and night. I love everything about it. The packaging is beautiful, and I feel like I get a really good amount of product for the price I paid. So there we have it. Kind of scary, kind of exciting. I feel really good, and I was super nervous to film this video, and I'm feeling way better about it. And I mean, my skin is glowing and speaking for itself. But please comment down below if there's a brand of Korean skincare or some other type of cleanser, cleansing oil, serum, anything that you feel would work with really dry skin. I'm so curious if there's something that has worked for you if you have dry skin and you think that I should be buying and trying. Thank you so much for watching my video. I love posting content about self-care, fitness, as someone in their late 30s with 2 kids. If that type of content excites you, please like and subscribe. I hope you all have a fantastic day, and bye for now.